everyone's here. So we're going to be streaming. Start off with a quick recap of last session, as per usual. So you guys arrived back at Azrok's hold on level 3 of Undermountain to learn that you guys have been out for a while when you were captured by the Aboleth. Many days had passed, weeks had passed, and during that time, the Drow had wiped out the Legion of Azrok, taking control of level 3 entirely, getting ready to plan an attack on Skullport. If they could control Skullport, then they would have a fortification in close proximity to Waterdeep, and that would be very detrimental for the people of that city. However, you guys sort of nipped that in the bud, and there was an all-out war between you guys and the Drow. And through a very lengthy fight, you guys were victorious. Now you have reclaimed Stromkuhldur from the Hobgoblin and the Drow. And as you explored the ruins of this city, you'd come across Huggybug, goblin child, who told you that one of the older goblins had stolen her favorite doll. She said that the Gobgobbler has it, and she asked you guys if you could get it back. You guys went and saw this Gobgobbler, a hobgoblin who is strangely still here in the hold of Azrok, and he's a merchant of some sorts. He seemed highly suspicious and pretty interested in children, but you guys sort of just shrugged that off, thinking that perhaps he's just weird. And you guys also have a problem because Brew's brain was devoured by an intellect devourer. So you're going to try and get him fixed. You guys have turned to Freeda Creeper to get that done. As you walk through this crumbling city, you do notice a sparse difference between the western branch of the city and the eastern branch. The buildings here are somewhat well maintained. They all have roofs, and for the most part the streets are sort of clean. Whereas on the eastern section of Stromkuhldur, all the buildings are decrepit. Most of their walls have crumbled in. You'd be hard pressed to find a building with a roof still intact and doors hang loose on their hinges. As you make your way down this street, you see Freeda Creeper's stone hovel at the end. These cauldrons that line this street through the bricks that have fallen off walls and roofs of buildings, they light up one by one, illuminating this walkway down to Freeda's hovel. I'm gonna say Scamp is just going to take rations for a walk.
We just turn around. Scamp? Scamp. How did anyone see where she went? Oh shit.
She's still with you guys, but when Brew is, because Brew's on the back of rations back, but when Brew is deposited there, you'll go take rations for a stroll. The door to Freeda's hovel is open, and she calls out to you guys from down the street. Don't be shy. Come forward.
Well, the last part of her name is still... Well... Still what? Just as creepy as before.
See this?
And
Every time. That's so creepy.
The same hideous form, sort of hunched back old lady with eye stalks jutting out of her flesh and dozens of eyes all over her body. She has this blade Kuo-toa loincloth. Just a lashing of translucent, slippery skin. She looks up at you all with her mouth that's twice as large as it should be. Tangled mess of teeth. Oh, I wasn't expecting more visitors. Please, make yourselves at home. Do come in. You see just a line of rats running in through the door. Freeda's left a big pile of moss there next to her feet for them to feed on. Huggy Bug runs straight in. Oh, Peter! Peter, hello! Oh! She sort of hops over the rats. May bring your friend! Oh, little Huggy Bug.
Freeda, we've come to ask for your aid if you are able. We have a comrade who is, how you say, had his mind blanked, wiped by one of those little brains with legs, you know, that pops out of people. I don't know. It sounds all very whatever, but
He's currently a drooling idiot. Is the issue?
Many people come to Freeda for help.
Even more so than usual.
Bring him to me. I must examine him.
Okay. I come over and I'm gonna help Roland carry him.
Well, it's probably gonna take all four of us to drag Brew.
Rations tries to fit through. Oh, I can't fit. Too fat. Me too many drow.
Yes, you did. How dare you?
You guys hoist Brew off rations and when Scamp will take him for a walk.
Good.
As you head into Preeta's hovel, you notice her bed has a large lump in it, like there's someone underneath the blanket. Don't mind that. I have another patient as well. Do tell me. The drow, they allowed you to come into their stronghold? I heard fighting. Was there a conflict?
They did not allow anything, but we definitely did make ourselves at home. Or at least the home I grew up in, you know. People threw things, people stabbed each other. There was some blood. Occasionally people died.
Explosions.
Oh,
Lots of explosions.
you wouldn't hurt me, would you? Please, I have
You've
done
given us
nothing wrong.
You have given us no reason to wish you ill. So, and quite frankly, after our last in need of aid, you did as you were asked for a fair price, and so we have come to you again.
Oh, yes, of course. As you're talking, there's just a continuous line of rats running in and out of the hovel. They run over Brew and past your legs, knocks to this big pile of silky moss at Freeda's feet. And Huggy Bug just, yeah?
I was gonna say, while she's talking, can Nox do a quick kind of scan of like the room? Like, I know she took our spell book, but is there like other like spell books or that kind of stuff? Kind of see the general, like how much of this she's collected over the years.
All right, there are a number of books on these shelves lining the walls, and you take a quick glance. You see mostly arcane topics, various schools of magic, a big theme of transmutation, necromancy.
Okay. Ooh, necromancy. Well, isn't that special?
Huggy Bug sees all these rats coming in and out, and she just sort of intercepts the swarm sort of lays on the ground, opens up her mouth, so the stream is like diverted into her mouth. Ah! And they just like start piling in, and her mouth gets chubby and full. Ah! Oh, so good! Me like this place! You very good, Peter! Many foods! My favorite rat sandwich!
Oh, yes. Little Huggy Bug. Lots of food here, don't worry. I'll care for you. But if you've fought the drow, surely you've created me so much work, such a burden. So many corpses that must be taken care of.
Well, you could just let nature take its course. They will rot away on their own accord.
But don't you think that's such a waste?
Well, then we've not given you a burden, we've given you ample opportunity. N'est-ce pas?
Oh, it just seems like so much work with my research, my patients, this child now I must care for, and all the bodies and cleaning. Well, I don't mean to impose myself. Oh, sort of, you know, demand anything. I would never expect anything of you for these duties. You have promised me you won't hurt me, and I find that quite well enough motivation for me to help you, but there is one thing that you could do for me if you're planning to head deeper into Undermountain.
And what would that be?
Tell me, have you heard of the name Arcturia?
Off the top of my head, I haven't. Anybody else?
It sounds familiar. Yes.
Oh no, we
I mean, yeah, it's right there. It's one of Hauser's apprentices.
No. I know we met one, but was it that one or someone else?
You guys have heard a little bit.
I think we met a different one.
The one that we killed, we already gave her his spell book.
True. Okay. No, the name is unfamiliar to us, but we could keep an eye out for you if you wish.
Oh, well, I'm not too interested in her. In fact, I would much prefer to avoid her entirely. She is one of Alistair's apprentices. Specializes in transmutation magic. She uses the blood of this magical man named Alucia. It's a material component in one of her transformation rituals. If you could free this man, you would be able to prevent her from creating.
And she sort of scowls her head to the side and looks down at the ground.
More abominations.
Well, that is something that is easily accomplished if we do come across her.
Thank you. I know that he is a prisoner in Arcturia Doom. 14th level of Undermountain.
Oh, Jesus.
So long away.
You best avoid Arcturia, though. She a fearsome lich. But thank you for accepting this quest.
It is no burden. We will call it a simple exchange of favors.
Now, the magic that I must use to restore your friend, it is expensive. However, if you could free this man, I would be obliged to restore your friend free of charge. As long as you promise me that you won't allow her to create any more abominations.
I think Nox kind of looks around the room. I think that is something we can agree to with.
Yes, we will do our best. I mean, 14th level, we haven't been down that deep, so don't know how long it will take to get there, or what we'll have to go through to get there.
Oh,
But
don't
when we
worry.
do get there, we can do something about it.
I have
We will put it on
plenty
the
of
top of our
time.
to-do list right after killing the drow on the 4th level.
Oh, thank you.
As you're talking, Huggy Bug starts to get swarmed by the rats. No, 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 no! And they start jumping over her. And this little eye stalk from Freeda's side just sort of zaps the rats, and they all turn upside down, stunned. Huggy Bug jumps to her feet. She starts like grabbing some of them and biting their heads off. Thanks, Freeda! She hugs Freeda's leg. You're so good! You're my new mummy!
Oh, yes, little one. Well, bring your friend forward.
And Freeda starts taking out some strange components, some roots, an eyeball, gets a pestle and mortar, some sort of powder, grinds it together, adds in a few liquids, boils it on this little cauldron for a minute, lets it cool down, and then puts it through Brew's nose.
Oh.
And a short while later,
Can you fix the sense of smell while you're at it?
Oh, I don't possess such powerful magics.
I mean, at least she's honest.
and all of a sudden, Brew, your intelligence score is restored.
So there's a small gain in intelligence. Brew kind of blinks and looks around. Are we okay? What happened?
Welcome back, buddy. We won.
Oh, good stuff. Glory to Tempest.
Right.
See this twisted smile of Freeda hovering over you when you open your eyes.
Oh, hello.
Feeling
Fancy seeing you
better?
again. Yeah. I think. I was having a very strange dream. Stranger than most.
Oh? What was it about?
Mostly just colors and smells.
Oh, interesting.
Somehow you all were there. Yeah. And you were there too. I'm sure I saw you or something.
Oh. Okay, very well. Well, are you hungry? Would you like to stay for tea?
I do believe we need to be on our way, but thank you very much for the offer.
Very well. Come back any time, and please do tell me when you free Lucia.
Right. Yeah. Thank you for restoring me. May Tempest bless all your battles.
Battles. I'll leave the battling to you, I think. This old lady, she is quite happy just her experiments, general housekeeping of Stromkuhldur. What will I do with my spare time now that the drow don't order me to make their army?
Well, I'm sure we'll see each other again.
Take care.
Come along. Let us be on our way. I just a quick kind of like recap moment of something. All the drow and whatnot we fought through. We've already put all the loot and whatnot. 90% of it's all in the party and the bag of holding Roland has, right?
Loot? You guys didn't get any loot.
No, we haven't stopped to like dig through bodies or anything.
Well, then I suggest we dig through bodies. Unless we just want to keep going.
I mean,
do we want to ask her about the hobgoblin guy down south?
Well, heck, if we want to keep talking to her, we might as well stay for tea. Have a little short rest.
no, I don't want tea. Not here anyway.
As you guys walk out, Huggy Bug waves. Bye-bye, thank you! And she waves her sackcloth doll around.
I do
Did
think
you guys buy a goblin?
No.
No.
I do think the need to know more about the gobbler as a trivial matter. I do not see it as something of importance.
As you step out into this vast cavern, there is just an endless maze of streets and squat single-story stone buildings. Everywhere where there was a banner representing the Legion of Azrock has been defiled and now replaced with a banner of purple with a spider web and a spider in the middle. The banners of House of Rinder on every street.
Well,
This door
should
led
we-
up into the not throne room, but like the main hall or whatever.
This building is just completely destroyed. Most of the ceiling is collapsed in, same as the wall, and the door just falls off as you open it.
Never mind.
Most of that was a lot farther to the northwest. We should be pretty close to where the mind flayer was.
Open this door.
This building is reasonably well maintained. When you open it up, you find that it's vacant.
So, should we head towards Skullport, or do we want to go to the... Do we just want to go straight to the 4th level?
Well, could we unload the goods at Skullport for a coin, or is it more at this point?
Well... I mean, I could go either way with it. It doesn't really matter to me.
Well, we do need to ensure Scamp, wherever she's wandered off to, knows where we're going. So I'm gonna take a piece of chalk out and just write on the wall. Scamp, going to 4th level. See you there.
Okay. You'll find that. She thinks she's probably taken by Alistair about this stage.
Yeah,
You know,
every time somebody goes off on their own, Hallister borrows them for a little while.
she's a very perceptive woman. I will not say that she wouldn't find that, okay?
Do we have any business in Skullport?
Not currently. I mean, it has been a very long time since we've checked in on our establishment, Roland. But, it's one of those things. I'm sure they're fine, right?
How are we for supplies?
Well, I'm fairly good on supplies at the moment.
All right.
Room. You recognize it as the Mind Flayer's room. Ambassador Ulquest. And the room, since looks like it's been occupied by drow, the furnishings are practically the same though. You just see some shelves lining the walls with non-valuable objects, cups and plates, a few mundane books, some nice leather couches, some benches, canopied bed. There's a red carpet, circular red carpet on the ground with 2 high-backed leather chairs and a dragon chest set sitting on it, as well as a footlocker next to the bed.
Is the footlocker locked?
No, it's a pretty sturdy chest made of iron, and you open it up and there is 100 gold pieces neatly stacked inside.
Okay. Why not?
So,
Yeah,
well,
scoop those up.
while we're here,
The dragon chest set is quite an exquisite looking set as well. It's a 3-tiered set, but the pieces are all mismatched. Myriad pieces of other sets have been placed together here, sort of devaluing the actual dragon chest set.
Prue would like to lift up the rug all around and sort of see if it's just flooring.
Yeah, it's just a stone floor underneath. Looks like it's been swept as well regularly. You've noticed the streets are a lot cleaner since the drow moved in. When you guys came here, the streets were lined with filth and there were rats scurrying about. Still some rats scurrying about, but a lot of the litter has been picked up and streets have been swept and everything looks pretty clean. This room here, however, this is where you found the goblins and the intellect devourer.
Yeah.
Who died?
And it looks like the drow have since turned this into a garbage dump. Big pile of crap. Empty food husks and whatnot.
I'll open this door.
Alright, this door is ajar, and inside you just see a big pile of furs in here, stacked up on the wall, as if it's just a little den. Doesn't look like it's been used since the drow have moved in. This room is a barracks. You see a number of wooden cots. They're all lined with nice looking furs, 32 in total. Nice clean room. No other belongings in this room though, apart from just beds. Furnishings look reasonably new.
Oh hey, look where we are.
This is the registration office where you guys did your paperwork. This is an empty building.
this is the scene of carnage.
Yes, there, and then to the south, just even where you're walking, there's like 70 or so corpses just piled up everywhere.
We can loot now.
I mean, if you want, Dagger, you can loot to your heart's content. If you so choose.
You guys can go through the bodies. It'll take about 2 hours. Search them all.
All right, I'm down.
Sure.
Alright, there's
All in favor?
62 short swords.
Holy shit!
Holy. Do you guys mind if I snag a short rest in there? Take one of those hours off.
You guys
You
can take
go
a short
for it.
rest during that time. There are 65 light crossbows. And the armor is just like destroyed, and it's like being stabbed, it's soaked in blood, and you get like a few sets of leather armor that are intact if you really want them.
No.
Nah. Any? I'll say, Roland. How much of this do you want to keep? I mean, resale value is meh at best.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I really don't want to take up room in the bag of holding with all this stuff.
I will definitely take the Scarab insignia though.
I'm not sure if that will fit in the bag of holding. 120 weapons.
Yeah, it's
No.
too much.
That's why I was asking how many if he wanted to take any. Like I was thinking like 5, like not.
There's also
Oh,
3 of these Scarab insignias of House of Rinda.
Those I will definitely take.
Yeah, none of these drow have any coins on them whatsoever. Not a single one carries a coin purse. You do find on the goblins and the bugbears a total of 45 silver and 3 gold pieces.
I didn't realize we killed that many drow.
The Scarab insignias were found on the Mage. Sorry, not the Mage. Yes, the Mage, and this is from before, and the Drow Elite Warriors. It just makes it the top ranking Drow have these insignias. Alright, while you guys are doing this, searching through all the bodies. Whoops, did not mean to roll initiative.
All the bodies come to life.
A few of you hear like some quick like scampering coming from the west, like in this direction, and you hear this go 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 go.
Do we want to check that out?
I'm gonna stealthily go that way.
All right, you pursue Dagger, and you can easily catch them. Make a stealth check. All right, you quickly move around the corner to see what the noise is, and you just see an injured goblin and 2 injured troglodytes fleeing. The goblin's sort of pushing the troglodytes. Go, 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 go! And they're running away.
No, I do believe they're the ones that ran away from the battle.
Little cowards.
Yeah, you come back here, you bitches!
Run!
I wonder where they're
I
going.
don't know if I'd really call them cowards. I mean, look at this place. There's literally body parts everywhere.
Roland, you
Come
obviously
to your
do not-
death.
I mean, you know, depends on which kind of mentality you prescribe to. I happen to have grown up near many a dwarf, and to them, this would have been a playground. So,
Not sure if that's racist or not, but I'll let that lie. Anyway, what are we doing now?
racist. What?
Well, are any of you curious where these little folks are scampering off to?
Not really.
I figured they're
I
just
do believe
trying to find a
at
hiding
this-
hole.
The
Yes.
only way that you guys know in that way is like a couple of caverns, and then there's Skullport and then the Underdark in that direction.
They could be going anywhere.
All right. Quick votes. Do we need to go to Skullport for anything? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
There's nothing in Skullport for me.
Other than a good drink.
Yeah, I don't mind getting drunk there, but
I mean, the only thing I can see us doing there is finding something resembling an actual bed for the evening.
You say that as you stand near a room where there's literally 32 beds. You're like leaning up against the wall of it.
it's a really good cartoon.
I mean, sure. But we would have to cook our own meals. I'm saying like we could order food and room service.
Look, I remember the food they tried to serve us in Skullport. I'll stick with the rations, thank you.
Fair enough. Then I say we continue on to level 4. Seb, if we had to guess how long we've been awake, how long would that be?
I mean, at the moment, if you guys just want to rest, like, there's no imminent threats. You think it should be pretty safe to rest here. It's like a vast empty cavern with many unchecked buildings as well.
Do we want to shut in for the foreseeable evening, even though we have no sun or moon to guide us in this, and start fresh?
Oh, we can.
Yes, I say that would be the smart thing. We do know there's a bunch of drought on level 4, so...
That is true. And I have desperately a lot of the mana that I would necessarily use to otherwise be useful.
And we'll open this door. There's a, like you said, there's a lot of unopened rooms, and
This is
full of
another
spirits.
disused building.
Yep. That's about right.
Same with your door there, Cass. An empty building. In reasonable repair though. Has an intact roof, walls.
All right, we bed down for the night. Nox is gonna ask Roland to like play a little ditty, and I'm gonna use prestidigitation to kind of put on like a try and do like something resembling like a comedy show.
Alrighty.
Kind of lift everybody's spirit.
Nice.
Put on
It's all
Friends.
really bad humor jokes.
Put on an episode of Seinfeld.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Okay, you guys get some rest here, and you wake up the next day to a somewhat peaceful environment. The stench of the corpses, though, it's already starting to really permeate the air, and it makes it a little bit unpleasant, especially because a lot of those bodies are literally on the other side of this wall. Other than that, you guys are safe, and you milled about here for quite a many hour indeed, but you're feeling fresh the next day.
Hey, Seb, the wand of fireballs, the re-roll, the recharge roll is a d6 plus 1, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, then I don't even need to worry. I've completely recharged the wand then.
Also, temporary hit points would go away as well, unfortunately. Alright, you guys wake up next morning and you're feeling fresh. Just utter silence here.
All right, to the 4th level.
Sounds good.
We should finish exploring here first. We haven't been up to where the hobgoblin leaders went.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go that way. Where is that way?
North.
Northwest, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, you guys just sort of wander through these streets and you see a
What the fuck
left
are my
turn.
neighbors doing fireworks?
See a left turn that leads into a natural-looking cavern, which you know leads eventually onto Skullport. You come through these streets here, and a couple of latrines.
Well, here's where the throne room was.
Yep, you come into the throne room, and it looks very similar to what it did the first time you came here. However, there are a few banners of House of Rinda hanging on the walls now, and you see on this bone throne next to it the anvil, there is a couple of nice decanters of wine, goblets sitting on it. Other than that, pretty much the same configuration. There's bones in the corner which you think Quaggoth are chewing on. This grisly looking throne stands there, looking out to everything. You remember Azrock sitting there.
I wonder if there could be anything hidden in that throne. I mean, if you had something and you were the boss and you sat on the throne, you might hide it. Right?
Well, give it a look-see.
It's made of bleached skulls. You can make an investigation check. Alright, you sort of search around, Brew, and shrug his shoulders. Just bones.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and sit on it.
Alright, it's so uncomfortable. You don't know how people like sit on this. There's bones sticking into you, basically.
Dang, that's really comfortable. You guys should try it.
I think I'm good, but thank you.
Not after you sat on it.
They all look like humanoid skulls as well. You think you're just basically sitting on 100 dead people.
Disturbing.
Take a snapshot and send it home to Tim.
Continue through the streets. Much of this area of Stromkuhldur looks like it's fallen into disrepair and has not been maintained. In this room, you just smell the scent of goblin, and there is blood everywhere, completely filling this room. Every crack, all over the floor, all over the walls, and you see slaughtered goblin children in this room, piled high.
Do we see any
Well-
like knickknacks or anything like that laying around? Something that the gobbler might like?
You can make a investigation check to sift through the corpses.
I just kind of nose them around with my toe a little bit.
$22. Alrighty, you do find this a little canary. It looks like a gnomish invention. It's actually inside a lamp and has a little wind up mechanism, so you can sort of wind it up and let it go, and the wings just sort of flap, made of metal. Little toy.
It's just a fun little toy.
Other than that, just a horrid scene of slaughter.
Oh, and I forgot to ask. The trinket that we got from Huggy Bug that she gave us. What was that again?
A turquoise dolphin figurine.
Is there like a? Could I get like an idea of about how much it'd be worth, or?
It doesn't look valuable.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like 10 GP. It depends on the buyer.
In your persuasion roll.
This was last owned by a king. You wouldn't believe it.
Remind me, what are we searching for right now?
Anything useful?
Well, nothing in particular. I don't.
We're heading down to the 4th level. I
Roland.
think we're just going into rooms as we go along.
You feel the gate stone start to get a bit warm in your hand as you approach the building on your left. To the west. It gets even hotter.
Pop that door open.
And sure enough, embedded into the
Aha!
west wall of an otherwise empty chamber, there is an arch gate, a 12-foot tall stone gate. The roof of this building is a little bit bigger than the other ones as well. And in the keystone, there is fully coloured and carved gold dragon wormling with a mouth agape.
How are we supposed to get one of those? What number is glowing at the moment?
The Deathic rune number 9 is glowing on the gate stone.
Number 9?
Wasn't there another one that we were at that was number 9?
I can't remember.
I don't recall.
The one that takes really good notes is not here today. I've started taking better notes. You know, just out of curiosity, just to see if it'll work. It's a gold dragon. I'm gonna take out a Water Davian gold dragon and kind of do like we did with the stick and just kind of touch it to the gate.
Alright, the mouth of the gold dragon animates and you pop it in its mouth. Spits it back out.
It's not good enough for you.
And then just reverts back to its carved looking state.
Maybe it wants a different coin.
You make a Arcana check, Roland. Or a History check. 16.
It's the same for either one.
Alright, you try to think on what gold dragons eat. And you know that dragons of all sorts love coins. But gold dragons, they like to eat gemstones.
I will pull out one of the moss agates that I have in my bag.
How much is that worth?
It's not worth a lot. It's the only one I have. They're only worth 10 gold a pop.
Okay. You pop that in the wormling's mouth. Sort of chews it around in its mouth. Spits it back out into the ground.
Damn you.
Look, he's a
The
fucking
Aboleth took everything.
Oh, you know, she brings up a good point. You know, the big fish worm thing that we need to go kill at some point.
All right. Yeah, that's very true. All right. Well, let's just put a pin in this. We know where it's at now. So if we ever have a need of coming back to here and we come across the other gate, well, we'll know how to get there.
Fast travel marker. Place now.
What's the name of this of the city here again?
Stromkuhldur. Or Azrok's Hold. Or whatever you want to name it now, because
It's ours.
Dagger City.
No.
Dagger
We
City
can call it
is pretty-
Renderspell.
it's official.
No, we need to call it. We call it Renderspell.
Any particular reason?
The house of Render has fallen. Thus, Renders fell.
Renders fell. Render fell.
That's actually not a bad thing. No.
There
By the way,
was
and
thought.
this is out of character, but what did we name our bar again, or did we ever even name it?
We ended up naming it.
Troll Slayer, isn't it?
Yeah, it was
Troll Slayer Tavern. Yeah, that's it.
Troll Slayer. Yeah, it wasn't very catchy, and we were very bad at that.
But we do have a giant troll head from the festival.
Yes, we do.
Right. Out the front of this building in which you stand, it looks like there was a banner of the Legion of Azrok. This bloody handprint inside a hollow red triangle on a sheet of yellow dyed flesh, but it's been slashed and put over it. There is another banner of House of Render.
I tear the banner down and piss on it.
Please
Wow.
put that little thing away.
Look,
Maybe
I'm
we
a
should-
grower, not a shorer. Do not
We
judge.
should name it. We should name it in honor of the hobgoblins instead of the one-day conquerors.
Well,
As you you look in this room, the building is empty except for a large bed covered with furs. Despite its very rustic-looking appearance, it still seems quite lavish compared to other beds that you've seen. It also does not look like it's been used by the drow.
I want to check the bed to see if there's anything like hidden underneath it, like
Yeah, you-
under the mattress and the pillows and that kind of stuff.
You toss it and it's just nothing there. Just a bed with some furs.
I wonder if this was Azarok's bedchamber.
Could I search for secret doors or any kind of other secret?
You make a perception check. Nox, you open this door. It's a disused building and brew. You don't see any secret doors. Which makes sense because the walls just lead out into the streets. There's some more buildings in. They look like they're frequently used. And as you look to the west here, you see a painted wooden sign mounted above this building's recessed wooden door depicting a goblin chomping down on a rat sandwich. And inside there are shelves, benches, and tables. It looks like there's also some leather and wax and other wrappings. This looks like a ration production kitchen. And there are these disgusting, rotten, smelly barrels of dead rats. Look like they've been here for several weeks. And yeah, the place is pretty horrid.
Is this another door, or is it just a weird recess in the wall?
It's just another sign. It just says rations, written in Goblinoid. There is some rations though that look like they're preserved. There's about 50 of them. You're not sure what they're going to contain. You also find some very shoddily labeled crates of it says baked mushrooms, rat jerky, dry moss, and zerkwood. There's also a small wooden coffer that has 35 silver pieces in it.
I mean, not to be a snob, but I think I will pass on the accoutrement. Is not my taste.
well, I suppose we could grab a big bunch of it for rations when he and Scamp return.
There are about 50 rations stacked on the shelves, yeah.
I'll put 25. Like, I'll take half of them.
Yeah. Each one weighs 2 pounds.
Yep. And 25 rations for rations.
And this place looks pretty much like the Drow have just ignored it since their occupation of Azrok's Hold.
I'm gonna take the other 25 and put them in my bag of holding.
Okay. Alright, in this room, Nox, it definitely looks like a shrine room. but it also looks heavily defiled. You see these stone idols in front of you. They look like statues of dwarves, but they've been toppled over at their bases and smashed all over the floor. There is a low altar near the west wall, covered in dried blood, and piled around it there are chunks of this red stone. It looks like the statue on top of this altar is also being toppled, and replacing it is an 8-foot tall statue of a woman who looks like a half spider. She doesn't look like a Dryder though. She looks humanoid in appearance, but she has spider legs coming out of her arms, and her hair seems to be a drape of silken web. And I think it's most likely an idol to Lolth. There is also some tributes around this idol. There is a dozen short swords, a dozen crossbows, a dozen shields, and a dozen skulls. They all look to be in very good condition.
Can we destroy this?
You can fuck with the gods all you want, and I would prefer not to be a part of it.
There's a couple of chests as well on either side. They're not locked. When you open them up, in the first one you find 180 gold pieces, 450 silver pieces, and 600 copper pieces.
We have money again.
They are all
Well,
just
Nox is
completely
against,
random mintages as well.
Nox is entirely random defilement of sacred objects. I will definitely steal from a motherfucker.
In the other chest, you also find a dwarven ear horn made of brass, a gold-plated candlestick shaped like a pillar of fire, and there are also 3 obsidian scarabs inscribed with the insignia of House of Rinda, and a stoppered gourd containing a potion of animal friendship.
Oh.
Hey, Roland, I'm putting the money into my bag of holding or your bag of holding?
I think it'd be easier if we consolidate at least the coins. So
Sure.
we're not
So
trying to
yours.
all put them in the same one. Yeah. Now the other stuff.
Did you
I
get
mean,
the 100?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I
Did
got
you
it.
get the 100?
You can see, obviously, that before these 2 gods were imposed here, there was also, this used to be an altar to most likely some dwarven god. But no idea what it could be now, it's that badly desecrated. I think you guys have searched everything. Pretty much.
Thought that would take longer.
There's some extra buildings that they're all empty though.
On to the 4th level.
Does anybody will remember which way?
It's at the intersection where you fought the first force of Drow, far to the south.
Oh, so it's way down there. Alright.
Hi-ho, hi-ho. It's off to the 4th level we
I'll
go.
move you guys down there. Just in 2 seconds. Alright, you guys continue down the streets of Stromkuhldur, through the winding passages, past the bodies of war, and then past the disgusting corpse pile, and finally west at the bloodied room of battle or the outpost, and then eventually the ground becomes much softer, the air becomes moist, and you can smell the familiar scent of the river Sargorth, but there is also this very vile scent as well. It just smells like death and decay, and you start to see slime shortly upon entering. A bit of aboleth slime. You just remember it so distinctly, clinging to the walls, and the ground is profuse. These black pools of water start to form around your feet as your feet sink an inch into the ground. And the place looks different. Everything looks dead, decayed, horrible.
Camp will not like this.
No.
As you're around the corner, you see all of the moss is withered and died. The branches of the barrel stalk and ripple bark, they're devoid of anything, and the trunks look horribly decayed and withered, and everything has died. As you move up here, you hear a bit of noise and a bit of somewhat distinct chatter of Kuo-toa to the east here. As you walk by, you spot a few of them through the cracks of this pillar of rock. And they start heading towards you guys.
Roland, there's things over there.
Alright. Oh shit. They're coming up trying. Hello, friend.
They start walking towards you guys, and they carry spears in their hands, loincloths around their waists. Something is seriously wrong with them though. Their flesh is translucent and even more slimy looking than usual. And they have this weird cloudy look in their eyes. As you guys move away, they continue to move forward. And they seem to...
Oh, they're
Aboleth
part
disease.
with the aboleth.
They start speaking in Undercommon.
The master has awaited your return. He is disappointed. You had a chance to be a part of something much greater. But you have thrown that away now. The reason why the master is awaiting your return, so you can be dealt your punishment.
And then the Kuo-toa
This is one of the
rush forward.
resistance is futile moments, isn't it?
I think so.
They all point their spears towards you guys and start moving towards you.
I almost feel bad for them because this is not going to be a fair fight.
Can I grab that 20, please?
Sure.
I have a +8 to initiative.
You can just like roll initiative manually, Brew, and then if you get higher, you can actually edit your own initiative order as well, if you like.
Cool.
If you have your token
Thanks.
selected as well, it'll automatically put you in the turn order when you roll it.
Cool. Thank you.
I'm going last.
Wait, who's got higher dex out of Cass and Brew?
I have a 16.
I have a 12, so it'll be Brew.
Okay, you're up first, Brew.
Bonus action raid. Tempest is pleased to start the day off with a battle. And I'll take out a Morningstar. Or wait, do I still have a... Yeah, I still do. I'm going to pull out my Morningstar and move up and swing it at that first one just north.
12 is a miss. And when that happens, make a strength save. The Kuo-toa tries to catch your weapon with its slimy shield, but you just pull your Morning Star straight back off of it.
I'll swing again.
22 hits. And you whack the Kuo-toa for 10 points of damage. Sort of slam it over its fishy head. Cass.
I will go ahead and Eldritch Blast at the one he was just attacking.
10 is a miss. 20 hits. And you shoot a beam straight through the Kuo-toa. There's a hole cut straight through its chest and it falls onto the ground. Large bulging eye just staring up at the ceiling. Alright, this Kuo-toa, it grunts a little bit and it tries to throw a net on you, Brew, at disadvantage. 6 is a miss, and then it sort of just moves forward. From around the corner comes a Kuo-toa whip with this large pincer staff in his hands. He is going to cast a spell. Starts swinging the staff around. And Brew, Nox, and Dagger, each of you make a charisma save as he casts Bane. Alright, Dagger and Brew, you both fail. You have a minus 1d4 on attack rolls and saving throws. And the Kuo-toa whip moves in a little bit closer and ends his turn there. More Kuo-toa start piling out. And this one just sort of dashes forward, rushes in, like all the way to Dagger, provoking from Brew. They start sort of trying to get in behind you guys. Brew, you take a hefty swing and 22 hits. You whack the Kuo-toa for 7 damage and sort of thrust him forward. When that happens, the Kuo-toa gets to you, Dagger, and you notice its large, bulging, fishy eyes are covered with slime. They almost look translucent in themselves, almost as if he's blind. But he starts to blink, and he looks around in a very confused fashion. And then he just sort of stays there. This Kuo-toa rushes you, Roland. Tries to spear you. Thrust forward with its spear, and 17 is a hit.
So he does more than try.
Catches you for 4 piercing damage. He ends his turn there.
Damn it.
Weird looking slime covering him everywhere. Looks like jelly. Another Kuo-toa runs in, he sort of pushes past Brew and runs to Nox. Tries to spear Nox. And he leaps up in the air and comes down with the spear, stabbing you straight in the leg for 12 piercing damage.
Just had a 300 moment.
Pretty much. Another Kuo-toa rushes forward, runs past Nox, past Brew, and like rushes up to Cass with a dash action.
Could I make an attack of opportunity on it?
Yeah. .24 is a hit. Right, you stab the Kuo-toa as it rushes by you and it sort of just fumbles forward. It doesn't even stop to wince in pain. And it just still has this strange look in its eye as it reaches Cass. Dagger.
Okay, I will attack this one. Missed.
11 is a miss. As that happens, the Kuo-toa attempts to catch your rapier on his sticky shield. Make a strength save.
Well, I'm losing my rapier.
Alright, your weapon is stuck to the Kuo-toa's shield now. And you can try and like pull it free with your action by making a strength check. If not, then it's stuck to the Kuo-toa's shield and it cannot be used. This Kuo-toa is going to rush forward and run around behind Roland and just try to grab you. Make an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Okay. Fuck. Hi!
It comes around sort of trying to grab its arms around you in a bear hug, and it's so slippery and slimy you just slip straight out of its grip.
Oh, it's a little disturbing.
Nox.
I'm going to reach out and shocking grasp the one directly to my right.
16 hits. And just explode a big chunk of flesh off of the Kuo-toa for 16 points of lightning damage. It's pretty zapped from that. Zap the reaction out of it. It too sort of then just sort of looks around in a stunned state. And you hear it speak in Undercommon Dagger.
Where am I? Where am I?
Sorry, Dagger, do you mind going on push to talk or moving your mic away? It's like, I hear some constant sound. Thanks.
And EOT.
Roland.
I'm kind of in a weird spot here. If I run away, they're just gonna run right back towards me. I think what I'm gonna do here. I'm going to do a vicious mockery on that one. Let's roll up a vicious mockery.
Alright, the Kuo-toa whip managed to resist the magic. He responds.
Couldn't understand a word of that. For we'll go ahead and get this done. We'll I'll go ahead and Mantle of Inspiration, and it'll be for everyone.
Thank you.
Alright, that's 8 temp hit points. Dagger or Nox or Cass, anyone moving?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and move. So I'll
Sorry, Bree, you've
Go
already
ahead.
used your reaction.
Okay.
Alright, Nox, you move.
Nice chilly axe.
Why are you running away, Nox? Come back.
I don't know if anybody else is moving, but that'll be the end of my. I'm not going to move, so that's the end of my turn.
Alright, now the Kuo-toa runs forward. And he runs up, and as you move away, Nox, he launches a net through the air at you. Is he in range? No, he's not. He's going to dash up to you instead. Brew.
Prue will swing recklessly at this whip to the north here.
An 18 is a hit. And you whack him for 15 points of damage. He's a lot tougher than the other Kuo-toa. As the Morningstar sort of plucks into him with the radiant energy, he just takes a step back, positions his feet to the ground.
Alright, I'll swing the one to his left there. Or his right.
A 12 is a miss. And?
It would still be reckless.
Oh yeah,
so
sorry,
13.
reckless. 13. That actually just hits him. Alright, you hit him for 12 points of damage. And yeah, you really sort of drive that Morningstar through these weaker Kuo-toa. Blood just sprays out into the air, and fish scales join that blood. And the Kuo-toa then sort of seems to snap out of like this state he's in.
Where am I?
Alright. I'm actually going to risk the opportunity attacks and move away.
Alright, the Kuo-toa whip is going to try and grab you with this pincer staff that he's got. And he hits. So when he hits you, there, you take 4 piercing damage, and he just snaps his staff around you and grapples you.
Go!
Cass.
Booming blade this one just above dagger.
22 hits. Alright, you stick the Shadow Glaive straight through the Kuo-toa, and poof, bits of fish go flying everywhere. He explodes.
Nice. I'll move over here, nod to dagger, and my turn.
This Kuo-toa looks around very startled and just like starts running away. Please. Alright, the Kuo-toa whip. He is going to just try and clamp down on you with that staff brew. And 13 is a miss. And then he just gonna drag you closer, pull you in, reel you in with the staff, and then try and bite you. 17 also misses. Clamps onto your shield. And then he's gonna move as well. And he's gonna start dragging you around the corner here. And it's his turn there. This Kuo-toa next to you, Cass, dagger. It also looks quite confused, but as you've hit it with that booming blade, Cass, the one next to it, it gets quite defensive and almost as a knee-jerk reaction, it just tries to stab you. 6 is a miss. And then it like flees, it like runs away. And provokes from Dagger, Roland, and Cass. Starts running.
I'm not attacking it.
I'm not going to attack it either. I don't really have anything to attack it with.
Alright, this Kuo-toa is going to try and throw a net around you, Roland, at disadvantage. It misses. The net just falls to the side. The very injured Kuo-toa It rushes up to Dagger and it has this feverish look in its eye. Tries to stab you with a spear. And it hits for 6 piercing damage. Ends its turn there. Dagger.
Okay, give me just 1 second.
Do you see you just got hit, Dagger, for 6 piercing damage?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to take that off.
Okay.
As soon as it lets me select my token. I am going to disengage and come up here.
You're doing that as a bonus action?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him with my crossbow.
A 13 is a hit. And that bolt sticks straight into his side for 20 points of damage. Lets out a bit of a scoff. Still maintaining concentration.
And was the one that ran away, did he still have my rapier?
Yes. He had it stuck to his shield.
Shit, could I... I forgot about that. Ugh. I would have done this, I would have done my attack of opportunity if I realized that. Crap.
We gotta hunt him down.
Is it this one?
No, he ran this way.
Okay.
Alright, the Kuo-toa stops trying to grab you, Roland, and instead tries to stab you.
Yeah.
Thrusts with his spear, and he just catches you for 2 piercing damage.
Oh, stop it.
He's just mumbling something in Undercommon. The
I
fight.
can't understand you.
Nox.
I'm going to reach out and touch somebody right in front of me.
An 18 hits. You sort of just tap the Kuo-toa on his fishy cheeks and then just fry his head for 13 lightning damage.
And I'm going to come to here, and I will actually twin a chromatic orb at the two oh no, I can't do that. Never mind. I could, but that would burn a lot of sorcery points. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I'll just come to. Oh, right there's fine. Just get over.
Roland.
Okay, so this one was running away. This one, Nox just popped in the face. This one's definitely not running away. Guess it came to hit Dagger, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna put a vicious mockery on one of them that's right in front of me.
It just sort of tries to blink its milky eyes. Just still stands there, almost looking like a zombie itself. Takes 5 psychic damage. Keeps on mumbling at you.
Let's see, and that will be it for now.
The Kuo-toa chases you, Nox, and tries to spear you. Oops, I have him on Whisper. He hits you for 16, hits you for 7 piercing damage. And the Kuo-toa just ends his turn there. Brew.
Query: if I were to drop the weapon in my hand, would I be able to grapple this whip with my free hand?
Yep.
Okay. Then I'll start off by attempting to smash him with my shield.
23 is a hit. Alright, you whack him for 13 points of damage. And he still maintains concentration as he grabs you with this interstaff.
Bonus action attempt to grapple.
Right, you try to grab him back and you grab him. Oh wait, why does my thing say brew? What the hell? That's weird.
Everyone is brew.
Why did it go to brew? That's funny.
There's a piece of brew in every.
It's you grab back onto him, so he's got you and you've got him. He's very slippery.
Okay, I will hit him again with the shield.
And 20 is a hit. You whack him for another 7 bludgeoning damage, bashing him in the head with the shield. Still maintains concentration.
Wow. Okay, so his speed is 0 and my speed is 0. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay.
He still has this feverish look in his eye as well. Cass.
I'm gonna Booming Blade the one closest to me first.
13 hits him. And another fish explodes. Arrows go flying through the air.
Fish hits.
And then I will go ahead and put a spiritual weapon next to the one behind roll.
Alright, the mini shadow glaive forms behind the Kuo-toa and then it thrusts forward. 16 is a hit. Slashes the Kuo-toa for 9 force damage. Alright, the Kuo-toa whip that's grabbing you and vice versa, Brew. It's going to cast a spell as a bonus action and both banes drop and this shimmering yellow shield starts to orbit the Kuo-toa whip. And then it just tries to clamp you with that interstaff, Brew. And it clamps you for 2 piercing damage. And then it clamps down again and misses. It ends its turn there. This Kuo-toa just continues fleeing, runs away out of sight. The one next to you, Roland, that you viciously mocked, he's going to try to throw a net on you. And he does. He
already at disadvantage, so he goes ahead and does it anyway.
Throws the net on you. And the net captures you. You become restrained. And Kuo-toa ends his turn there. Dagger.
Okay. Let's shoot him again. I miss.
A 10 is a miss. A little yellow shield ricochets the crossbow bolt. Alright, this Kuo-toa tries to grab you. Again, Roland. They've got the net on you, now they're going to try and grab you. Stuff you into a van. Make an athletics or an acrobatics check. Alright, you just managed to slip out of the way.
Ooh, get away from me!
And he's trying to just like grab you and drag you somewhere. But he fails. Nox.
Alright, so I'm going to burn a total of 3 sorcery points. I'm going to basically do... I can use 2 sorcery points on the same spell, can I?
You can't do 2 meta magics unless it specifies that you can be used with other. I think like
Okay.
heightened or something allows that.
And empowered, maybe.
Well, I was going to try and shocking grasp, then twin a chromatic orb, but knowing that, I would just twin the chromatic orb at the 2 Kuo-toa around my friend Roland, because cannot let him die.
Alright. You'll be at disadvantage.
Against the Kuo-toa around Roland?
Yep. Because
Yeah,
you're engaged with this
you're
guy.
right by that guy.
God damn it.
Take care of
Fine.
that one.
Alright, I will. Yep, I will shock and grasp the one next to me.
26 is a hit. And he just explodes onto the ground, catches on fire. The smell of roast fish fills the air.
I will burn 2 sorcery points to chromatic orb, the one to Roland's right.
Okay.
Standard first level.
Alright, you quicken that chromatic orb, you throw the component into the air,
It's gone.
and it just is like a electric bullet. It just rips the Kuo-toa into pieces, hitting him directly in the chest. And smoldering pieces of Kuo-toa start raining down surrounding
Oh.
area.
Oh, good gods. Oh, I got Kuo-toa all over me. Oh.
Sorry, Roland!
I'm gonna use my action to try to get out of this net, so just an athletics check.
It's a strength check.
Okay.
Alright, you just
Get off me.
grab the net and throw it off you.
And I think I'm gonna maybe take an opportunity attack here. I need to start moving up this way with the rest of my friends.
Yeah, buddy. Come on up.
Kuo-toa tries to bite, and he misses.
Stop that. Boop him on the nose. It's my turn.
Brew.
Wow, this is just like gator wrestling back on those tropical islands. I'll swing shield at this whip.
An 18 hits. And you just keep bashing this Kuo-toa, and eventually he lets off. And you bash him into the ground, dead.
Yeah. Right. Let's go get your blade, dagger. And I'll go ahead and move down here.
Yes, let's chase him down.
And then I will stop right here before I dash into that cavern. Because, hey, you guys, them falling sharp rocks in this one over here. We gotta step back. Watch.
Yeah.
Calf.
My spiritual weapon, I'll go ahead and swing at the one that it's next to.
17 hits. And it starts to impale the Kuo-toa for 7 force. It's sort of cut a hole through it, but the Kuo-toa is still barely standing.
Alright, then I'll Eldritch Blast it.
The first beam sort of just crackles out of existence, and the second one hits the Kuo-toa's shield as it misses. He blocks the attack. Dagger.
We only have one Kuo-toa left.
Yep, and he's practically dead.
I will trust them to take care of that. I am off to hunt down my sword. This just reconnects to that tavern, right? This way?
This leads further in. Oh yeah, this down there, yeah. This is just like a pillar of rock. It just because it cuts through here.
Oh crap.
Watch
Which way
for-
did he go?
Watch for falling stalactite.
Yeah.
You look around, Dagger, and at the very end of your dark vision to the south, you can see the Kuo-toa dead on the ground. Over here.
Okay, stealthily go that way. Okay, that's the end of my movement there.
You want to hide? That's a
Yes,
cunning action.
I do want to hide.
Alright, make a stealth
Yeah.
check.
Hide. Forgot about that.
Alright.
Hey, I rolled well.
23 is good.
It's not a 1.
Alright, the remaining Kuo-toa just rushes Nox, tries to spear him. Misses. Nox.
In a very Superman punch kind of way, I'm just gonna shocking grasp this guy's forehead.
You just grab him and then he goes flying across the room. Alright, as you know, to the south here, there are piercers. They look exactly like stalactites hanging from the ceiling. No real way to distinguish them until practically too late.
You can be careful, guys.
Do you think we should check and see if the Alchemist is here?
Look, if Scamp was here, I would worry because she would worry, but she's not.
Well, that's the Alchemist. She would worry about Jibber Jabber. Which, to be honest, I'm a little worried about him as well.
As you say that, lo and behold, you see Jibber Jabber.
Oh. He doesn't have translucent skin, does he?
He just sort of stands there in his hulking form. And as you peer up at him, Roland, yes indeed, he has translucent skin.
Shit.
His head's sort of swollen and bubbly looking. Looks like there are bubbles of water underneath his flesh. There's dark shadows under his eyes. And you can practically see through his flesh to bone underneath. And standing behind him is the Alchemist. And you sort of see the side of the Alchemist. So the side of Jibber Jabber, the Alchemist standing there. And you can't really make out any details. And he just sort of looks at you and then he moves out of view.
Now, Jibber Jabber, you don't look that great, buddy.
Master is disappointed in you. Master said you have disobeyed him. Master says, Jibba Jabba gonna kill you.
And then coming in behind Jibba Jabba, you see a large frog-like creature brandishing a great sword.
Oh.
He too has the same looking translucent skin. Actually, it's not as prevalent though. It's just a little bit of slime covering him. His flesh is not actually like see-through. Just a bit slimy. He is quite a large frog-headed creature. And he has a big sword in one hand that seems to be made of wood. It looks more like a staff than actually an effective sort of sword weapon. And then in his other hand he has this little red fire. And he just speaks in common.
I don't want to do this, but he makes me. He controls me. Please forgive me for what I'm about to do.
Jibba Jabba and the Alchemist attack.
Jesus, I rolled a 1. I actually have something that might work for this.
Alright, Brew,
I don't
you
know-
are up
I don't know if
first.
it was a Freudian slip or not, but he did say Jibber Jabber and the Alchemist. So is the Alchemist actually a slad?
It would appear so. Brew, you're up.
Right. So they're off to the south there, are they?
They're north. This way.
Oh, they're up. Oh, there. Oh, okay. Right. Run up there. Bonus action rage.
Jibba
Oh,
Jabba is still armed with his big tree chopping axe and his large barbed log.
Oh dear. I'm glad Scamp isn't here to see this. And I will take out my Morning Star and attempt to knock him into his senses.
Alright, you start off with a crit. Alright, you smash him for 24 points of damage. Just plucking that burning Morning Star into his ribs. You take it out and it's a big messy burning chunk of flesh removed from his side. He sort of looks down. Looks back up at you through these dark shadows under his eyes.
Well, a bit more surgery then. Another morning.
You need a lesson.
16 hits. And you whack him for another 6 damage. When that happens, Jibba Jabba looks around.
What you do to me?
And he looks up at you, Brew. And you hear the Alchemist speaking to Jibba Jabba.
They think you're a monster, Jibba Jabba. They want to kill you, look! You must fight for your survival.
No.
We were trying
Jibber
to
Jabber.
get you out of your confusion.
You weren't yourself. What's the last
Smack
thing
you
you
awake.
remember? Now you're back.
You just stabbed me!
Look at yourself. You've been corrupted.
You have stabbed me!
And the Alchemist
It won't
eggs him
happen.
on.
Yes, they're trying to kill you, Jibba Jabba. Look! I'm your friend, it's the Alchemist. They want to kill us for who we are. Dispose of them.
I dropped my Morning Star. We're friends.
It's not your turn, Brew.
Sorry.
Dagger's turn.
Okay, sorry.
Can I get a good shot on the slod?
He's got cover, but you can get a shot at him. It's half cover.
I have advantage, so hopefully.
.22 is a hit. Alrighty, you will not get sneak attack because Jibber Jabber is not an enemy of the Alchemist. And you hit him for 6 piercing.
No,
Oh, you've got advantage. That's right. You got assassinate. Alright. Never get to see you use that feature, Dagger. I forgot you had it. You didn't get it a whole lot when you roll 1 every time on initiative. Alright, this is a very good placed bolt. And despite his grotesquely sort of freakish, aberrant nature, he's not resistant to the crossbow bolt, and it just sort of plucks straight into his flesh. And Jibber Jabber looks at you. You are Alchemist! And this seems to anger Jibber Jabber. The Alchemist, he doesn't look like he's under the same sort of mind control that the Kuo-toa were, or Jibber Jabber was. Sort of seems to have a bit more sentience about himself. He did say to you guys that the Aboleth is making him do this. He's controlling him.
Damn it, I was hoping if I hurt him. Okay. I'm gonna come over to here and hide.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
You didn't see me?
Alright, 18 is good. Nox.
Sorry, I'm stuffing my face. Out of character moment for a second. How much, if any, would Nox know about slabs?
Make an Arcana check. Alright, you've heard of this race. They're not inherently evil. They are far travelers that reside in the plane of Limbo. It's a very sort of chaotic plane. Now, the thing with slads is when they are born, they are sort of born from eggs, like tadpoles. But they all sort of came from this one stone called a spawning stone. And so as they're reproduced, so these eggs are basically implanted into people, and then in turn they get diseased by it. The disease is called a chaos phage, and then basically each slad they reproduce in a different sort of manner. But this green slad, he sort of, when they spawn, like from this disease, the body rots. Sladder sort of hatch from the corpse. The green can produce blue or green, and they have this thing called a control gem. That as they emerge from that spawning stone or the egg, the stone actually implants a bit of itself in the slad's brain. This takes the form of a magic gem, roughly the size and shape of a human child's fist. And if he's a green slad, the gemstone should be green. Now, if you have this gemstone, you can use it to subjugate them. Whoever possesses the gem controls the slad.
Okay, then. I am going to...
And yeah, you'd have to he's got that gem implanted in his brain. You'd have to knock him out and then do a very complex surgery to try and remove it without killing him.
Yeah. I'm just going to kind of run past Roland really quick and say, hey, I am glad that Scamp has walked off for this because it's going to get messy.
Well, it doesn't have to.
And it's going to have to. And so that's 25. Fuck. I will just lob a. No, you know what? I'm gonna look at the Etten and say, we are your friends. You remember Scamp, right? Scamp is your friend. We are not here to hurt you. Please come over here so we can give you a big hug.
You hurted me, and you shot an alchemist, my best friend.
All
And he
right.
looks inconsolable. Do you want to do anything with your action?
Oh, I was trying to use my action to convince him to come over to help, give me a hug, but.
Yeah, that doesn't seem possible at this stage.
All right.
After
Then
the
I
end.
will try and lob. I will lob a firebolt. I'm guessing the sled has half cover at least from the
Yep.
Etten. Fuck it. I'll still try and hit the. I'm not trying to hit the Etten. I'm trying to hit the sled.
A 17 narrowly misses. Whizzes by him.
I will use my last 5 feet of movement to kind of start walking back towards the edge.
If they really were your friend, Jibber Jabber, would they have hurt you? Would they be trying to kill us? They think we're monsters. They want us dead. Don't worry, Jibber Jabber. I've always been here for you. I've always got your back. Let me help you.
And the alchemist starts to whisper an incantation. And, Roland, you see something next to your feet. A little red bead. It starts to glow before it
Really?
explodes. The alchemist casts a fireball.
Alrighty.
Everybody make a dexterity save.
Wait. No. I'm going to counterspell that.
It's too late.
Do I have to do it while you're saying he's casting an incantation?
Yeah.
Okay, now that I know that. All right.
Before you know what the spell is, you need to counterspell it. Alrighty. The fireball erupts, and let me roll some damage. Whoops, I don't know why I whispered it to myself. It's 23 damage anyway. So Nox, you oh wait, no, Roland, you're first. Roland, you fail the saving throw and you take 23 points of fire damage.
I have resistance from being a tiefling.
Alright, that'll reduce it to 11. Brew, you fail the saving throw and take 23 points of fire damage. Cass, you succeed and you take 11 points of fire damage. Nox, you succeed and you take... Do you have resistance as well, Nox?
I only have resistance to... no, I don't have resistance to fire damage.
Okay. Well, you do, Cass, right?
Yeah.
Resistance is... don't... Oh, yeah, resistance is half... succeeding is half damage and resistance is half damage. They're two different things, so they do stack. So instead you take 5 points, Cass. And so Nox, you're hit for 11, and then Dagger, you take 11 fire damage. You make the save.
Oh, I have evasion, so I don't take any of them.
Alright, you take zeros, you dodge out of the way with evasion. And the alchemist just sort of moves around the corner.
Don't let them get us, Jibber Jabber. Kill them. Kill them.
Damn it! Why do you
Before
move
they
away?
kill us. We must survive, me and you, like we've done for this many years.
And then you hear him just say, like,
I'm sorry.
You know, on the bright side, we don't have to collect any more funguses.
Roland.
Let me just look at the spell that I've been looking at the entire time I've been waiting for my turn. Damn it! If I went a little quicker. Okay, it doesn't say that I can see. Okay, so it's a 20-foot radius sphere. Like I'm gonna play a very soothing tune on my guitar, and I want to set it like in here to where I know that it'll get over both the Alchemist and Jibber Jabber, and I want to cast Calm Emotions.
Alrighty. Should be able to easily hit both of them there. 20-foot radius sphere. Alrighty. So they make charisma saves. Alright, first off we'll start with Jibber Jabber. And the Alchemist. Alchemist has advantage.
Fail.
Alright, if they fail it, you choose the effect. Either suppress, charm, or frighten, or you can make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice. It's hostile towards.
I want Jibber Jabber to be indifferent of us for the moment because he's not charmed anymore. But what the Alchemist it would be considered being charmed, right? Or
You don't know. I don't even know if you know what a slat is. You need to make an Arcana check.
well, I was saying more like I know that he doesn't actually want to hurt us. He's being controlled by the Aboleth, like he's charmed by the Aboleth. Like
Okay.
I could make that assumption.
That's up to you. What do you think Roland thinks?
I'll say let's make it to where it suppresses the charm for the Alchemist.
Okay. Okay, Jibber Jabber just sort of suddenly looks down at you all.
Oh, hey, friend.
But you can't
Hey, bud.
get a visual on the Alchemist to see how he reacts. He doesn't say anything.
Okay. Hey, buddy. And then I'll tell everyone, this is only going to last a minute, so we need to wrap it up. Let's see, I moved 15 feet to get there. Another 15 feet back.
Wrap it up how?
I don't know.
Cass.
We're not going to get to the aboleth and kill it in a minute.
I'm going to.
I know that.
I'm gonna twin a cure on Roland and Nux. The manually rolled one will be on Nux.
Thank you, Cass.
Oh, I'll take it. Thank you.
And then I think we should get out of here.
Alright, Jibber Jabber just looks down. Oh!
You're going the wrong way. We have to go get my sword.
Oh, you hurted me a bit there, bro, but we're just playing. Hey, come in. Hey, Alchemist, they're back. You want to make a potion?
And he sort of moves into the room. And the Alchemist just sort of hisses.
You idiot, Jibber Jabber. Run! Ah! What's wrong, Alchemist?
Brew.
Oh wow. Okay. I think I'm just gonna step back with the group here. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Well, yeah, maybe take a dodge action. I'm not sure.
Okay, you hold up your shield defensively. Dagger. Are you there, Dagger? I think you might be muted. You are muted.
She's running.
Yeah. I'm going down to get my sword. Ready.
Alrighty, as you step there, Dagger, so you... What did you do there?
Damn
You
it.
bonus action dash? Double dash?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. As you step there, a piercer drops from the ceiling.
I found a friend, guys.
It tries to drop on you, but it misses and then just sort of hits the ground next to you. You sort of just jump to the side. See this little eye looking up at you. They move incredibly slow and you can practically just like step on these things to kill them. And you grab your rapier. You've still got 25 feet of movement left.
Bye-bye. 10, 20, 25.
Now, as you move up that way, another piercer tries to drop on you. You move through this area.
I found another friend. I'm making friends, guys.
All right, just roll the damage again from that drop. All right, it drops on you, Dagger. It hits you for 6 piercing damage, and then this just sort of lands on the ground there. Very, very slowly, like starts moving away. The piercer also gets hurt by that. Alrighty, that'll end your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Nox.
So we run, kind of question mark, shrug. Which way are we supposed to be going anyways? Like, this way or this way? I don't remember. Fuck it. 25, 30, and I'll dash. 15, 25, 30.
Now you hear the alchemist sort of struggling.
Don't make me do it. Don't.
And then you just hear this like sort of different tone of voice.
Ha 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 ha. This little jibber jabber, he is your friend. He is of no use to me now. What's wrong, Alchemist? Why are you saying that? Ah!
So you sort of see blood splattering out from Jibber Jabber. Alchemist starts attacking Jibber Jabber. It seems that the calm emotions has no effect on the alchemist.
Ow! Ow! Why are you hitting me, Alchemist?
Rolling.
I don't feel right about Jibber Jabber getting popped like that.
As you move up, Roland, you see the bolt that Dagger had shot into the Alchemist secreted from its flesh as the wounds close up. It is regenerating.
Really? Kind of don't want to get rid of this calm emotions because I don't want Jibber Jabber to. So I'll tell Jibber Jabber to run away and run, Jibber Jabber.
Oh, yes. Alchemist has gone bad.
And then I'm gonna throw a second level shatter on the Alchemist.
Alright, he has advantage.
Yeah.
And poof, he looks up at you and smirks as it barely affects him.
Oh, my subjects, so good to see you again. I'm afraid you've all disappointed me, just like Jibber Jabber here. You all must be dealt with accordingly. You must be punished. You had a chance of being part of the greatness. You have declined it. Now you deserve only death.
Alright. Whatever, dude.
Are we running or killing? Huh?
Well, I told Jibba Jabba to run. I think we've done what we could here. And I'm gonna bonus action Mantle of Inspiration for everyone.
Alright, 10 hit points for all. Dagger moves.
I'll move up to help Jabber's escape.
You're not sticking with us, Brew?
Oh, actually, could my I can get up to 5 people with the Mantle of Inspiration. Could I get Jibber Jabber as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get Jibber Jabber as well, so he can run away.
Oh!
He starts stomping down here.
So you don't have to move up there.
Alchemist! Attacking me!
Well, maybe we should take this alchemist out. We don't want to leave him back behind us.
Well, we'll see what happens. That's my turn.
Cass.
I'm going to keep going.
I have a feeling if we can take care of the aboleth, the alchemist might go back to normal.
And then I'm going to hold an action to Eldritch Blast anything hostile coming my way.
Okay. Come back into the cavern where the ropers were. Alright, Jibber Jabber, he dashes.
Oh!
And he runs back to his grotto.
Alchemist, no!
And then he lets out a loud burp.
Oh, sorry.
Keeps on running.
Get back here! You're all dead!
The alchemist calls out. Brew.
Just looking at the turn order here. Yeah, I'll just stay and take up the rear here for a turn, holding on to a dodge action. Or, I mean, just taking a dodge.
Okay. At the end of your turn, your rage wears off. Dagger.
Okay. I'm going to dash. 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And I have no idea where to go from here.
Alrighty. Yeah, this is the Roper Cavern. Stalagmites lining the floor to the north and south.
Are you going after the aboleth or the drow?
I think at the moment the Alchemist is
I mean, like,
and the imminent threat.
Yeah.
I'll stay here then. I'll actually stay here. And that'll be the. And I'll bonus action hide.
Okay. Go for it. Who said
Nothing
that?
seeing me, bitches.
Who said that? Nox.
I will actually take a step here, and I'm going to ready a firebolt in case the slide comes around the corner.
Okay.
Up here.
The Alchemist just screeches, "Ah! What's the matter? Why are you running? Are you scared?" And he runs around the corner here. And he sees Brew and Roland. And he smirks.
Do you really think I'll just let you leave?
We would hope.
I'm no fool. I know you have come here to destroy me. But I must thank you. You displaced the drow for me, so I might take over this entire level. Thank you for the new slaves. I really thought it would last longer between us. Oh well.
And as that happens, whatever small wounds he had have practically completely sealed up. And he casts a spell. This hurtling cone wafts out from him over Brew and Roland. And I need both of you to make let me check, it's a wisdom saving throw against fear.
Fear, you say?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and burn this thing.
Alright, reroll.
Oh, good.
Well, technically you're not raging, so you can't use that.
Oh, I couldn't. Thank you. I couldn't have done that anyway.
Oh yeah, so get that back. Alright, so Brew, you become frightened. You drop whatever you're holding. And you are frightened. While you're frightened, you have to take the dash action to move as far away as the Alchemist as possible by the safest route, unless there's nowhere else to move. You can,
Alright.
if you don't have line of sight with the Alchemist, you can then make a wisdom save. If you end your turn and you're not in line of sight, the Alchemist moves up some more. And he concentrating on that spell ends his turn there. Or there. Roland.
I am going to. I'm going to tell him a really bad joke.
There once was a lady from Flynn.
Not a limerick, a joke.
All right, Alchemist makes a wisdom save. He has advantage. Not a charm. He
Oh.
fails, so he becomes incapacitated and falls over prone. And if he's incapacitated, I think it causes him to drop concentration.
I'm not sure.
I think so. I should double check. Should. If you're incapacitated, then. If you cast another spell, it's concentration, multiple sources. Yep, if you're incapacitated. Alright, he drops the concentration, and Brew, you're no longer frightened.
Super.
Make sure to pick up your Morning Star as I run away with the rest of the group. Would Nox have popped him with a firebolt when he came around the corner right before?
I can see him now. Yeah, I would have. And well, bam!
Natural one is a miss. You it was directly going to hit him until he fell over and you hit the wall instead.
Boo!
If it makes you feel any better, you would have missed with a 17 anyway.
No, it doesn't
No.
make anybody feel better.
Actually, I think you would have hit him. I don't think you would have had enough cover there. All right, Cass.
I will continue to hold Eldritch Blast for something hostile with the rest of the party.
If you guys are going to flee, I'll just say that you can just flee and it will remain cackling for a bit. Give you guys a chance to escape.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right,
I'll
you
hold,
guys.
I'll hold the spell for as long as I can.
You guys hear him sort of just bellowing. And you guys run off.
Scamper.
Alright, let's take a 10-minute break. As you guys... Good job on handling that combat encounter, by the way. You managed to free Jibber Jabber. Get away from the Alchemist. You guys get 1,000 experience.
Control spells for the win.
Fun.
And I'll see you guys back shortly.
Alrighty.
Nice.
So what's our XP total at the moment?
I've got 34,112, but I might
Oh,
be...
I've got that.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I was about to say I have. That's what I have too. I was just making sure I was correct.
I will.
Cool.
That's with the 1,000, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Next one at 48.
You know what's funny is I feel slowly that the Aboleth is slowly becoming our like nemesis for the time being. Just in this part of the story, is he is our big bad. It's like, no, you're a dick. I hate you. I want to hate you. You're gonna die. No one makes me bleed my own blood.
Still the drow for me.
No, the drow are like. How? You guys comic book fans? You'd say
Yeah.
like
Sure.
the drow are annoying in the same sense of like the invading alien race in the Marvel universe. I
The
can't remember
scrolls.
the name. Yeah, thank you. The scrolls. Whereas the Aboleth, no, the Aboleth is like I wouldn't. He's not quite like Mad Titan level, but he's underling level big bad.
Well, see, the thing for me is.
Good
is that
point. My
he's-
character
he-
doesn't really care about the big bad though. Just kill that and go on. My character just wants to eradicate the pests.
The Aboleth has stolen all of our valuables. It enslaved us for at least a couple of weeks that we can't remember. Diseased us, so we had to get in good with the Archdruid and the Willowwood. So that sent us on this big long freaking quest. And we wouldn't have as much trouble with the Drow if it wasn't for the Aboleth. So
I'd say he's definitely not Joker level in Batman. He's closer to like he's a Scarecrow level. He's annoying.
yeah, and I think if we come in, if we come into it and not get like split up so quickly like we did last time,
Mm-hmm.
I think we might have a better shot.
Do we still have that ring of swimming?
I don't know. Who had that? Because I'm sure somebody would have had it on.
I
did not have it.
No one ever put it on. We held on to it, but I don't know who has it.
I don't even have it in my bag of holding. It might be in somebody else's.
The only thing I have in my bag of holding is rations and clothes.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, we might want to wait until we might want to take out the Drow first, because we might want to wait until we get our dear lady Scamp back to take on the Aboleth, because
I think-
we don't have water breathing without Scamp.
I think the slide just said that we already took out the drow.
So we took him out on. I don't know how we would have taken him out on both levels though. I know we
Wow.
demolished them on the third level, unless they all like came up from the fourth level to like
Well, they-
reinforce. But
They could have, but I can almost guarantee that while we were held by a creature that can mind control, we did some things.
oh shit, we probably slaughtered the Drow. Huh. Well. Yeah, the Aboleth wouldn't just have us sitting around for 2 weeks. That's for sure.
Oh, like I would by no means say we should try and take the Aboleth on anytime without Scamp, because, as you said, that water breathing key moment.
I mean, I think we could do it even without the water breathing. It would just be tough.
I think it's one less thing we have to worry about. That's how I view it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's under party folder, magic items. It's there, but it doesn't say who has
What is it?
The ring
the
of
ring.
swimming.
Oh, I've got that.
Oh,
But I know somebody would have it. I don't think.
That was ages ago. I attuned to it just because I was like, oh, fun thing. Got it. Yay.
I don't think the ring of swimming is even attunement.
not attunement.
I thought it was the ring of water breathing, not swimming.
No, it's ring of swimming. We have a potion of water breathing as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
I do have the potion of water breathing in my bag of holding, as well as the potion of animal friendship.
But yes, I do have. I'm the one currently in possession of the ring of water swimming that we found on the corpse.
All right.
I just knew I didn't have it.
How's everyone doing?
Good.
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 Alrighty. Let us continue. Alright, as you guys leave from the Alchemist, you just hear his bellowing laughter. You know that he's not going to be in that state for very long at all. You may want to move quickly away.
Run, 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 run.
Come to the winding cavern of stalagmites, gutting the entire hallway, bursting out from the ground. Still dozens of bone fragments scattered on the floor.
That's right. This is where we killed the 2 ropers.
Mm-hmm. Up north is the crazy lady.
Is it south?
Mentally challenged, not crazy.
Oh, I was literally insane. That's the shore that goes across to where the Kuo-toa are. Back this way is towards the drow. I don't know. I think maybe this. This is where we got ambushed before.
I think that was farther, wasn't it?
This is where we got where we saw dead bats. Yeah.
As you guys come into this area, you see a single Kuo-toa standing here. You recognize him. Nuga-gloop.
I got.
I thought you were gonna say we get ambushed. Sorry.
Where's everybody?
I'll move you up. Sort of
My
down here.
my roll 20 messed up.
There we go. Alright, Nuga-gloop is standing here, very ominously in this dead forest. Rotted bat carcasses all over the ground. And you see this crevasse on the edges of your vision just beyond him. And you start to see some figures move around in the darkness, in the shadows. When you take a bit of a look at Nuga-gloop rolling, there's something seriously wrong with him. As four Quaggoth move in behind him. And he speaks in common.
Why have you come back here? Is it because you wish to destroy me?
As Nuga-gloop speaks, his mouth doesn't really match the ways the words come out of his mouth.
Well, I suppose that's the plan.
Do you know what I do to those who defy me? I gave you all a chance to become a part of something so great, to serve directly a god. I saw potential in all of you. That is why I allowed you to live. But now, well, just so disappointed. It breaks my heart to see my little pets betray me. There will be no more second chances.
I'm sure.
I'm going to have to kill you. You understand this?
Well, you could try, but then we're going to come in, fuck everything up, like we always do. And you're going to be like, oh, how could they beat me? Oh, woe is I. It's going to be very sad. You should just give up now.
There will be only death for you now.
And Nuga-gloop holds up his scepter as he begins to cast a spell. The other Quaggoth move in.
I'm gonna be completely honest.
Counterspell.
I don't remember meeting this guy.
Yeah, I don't either.
I guess you haven't met him.
We never met
You have now.
we just met him, but it's not really him. But oh well.
Seb, I will counterspell his spell.
It's not his turn yet.
He's going on down the water there.
Nuga-gloop, I'll describe him to you guys. Probably would have been told of him by the drow, but you guys never actually met him formally. He is a Kuo-toa priest. He carries this little effigy-like scepter in his hand. He looks just like the other Kuo-toa. He's dressed in these like decrepit-looking robes. Looks like a cleric-y type. But of course, his words are that of the Aboleth loon.
I'm going to shoot him.
Assassinate him.
23 is a hit. Alright, you pluck one bolt into him for 23 points of damage. He's quite tough. The bolt sort of just sticks into his side. See the tip of the bolt just completely buried under his skin, and when that happens, he starts to look around.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Looks very confused.
We don't want to kill you.
He speaks in Undercommon.
What is the meaning of this?
We're breaking you free of the aboleth control.
Nox.
I wouldn't have seen that or understood that because I don't speak Undercommon. So I'm dropping a shatter right on him.
Alright, you drop a shatter and right on his space there. See bits of wood and dirt flung up into the air from this explosion. So 16 damage, DC 16. And Quaggoth are all injured. Nuga-gloop managed to make the saving throw, and it does a fair bit of destructive damage. The Quaggoth are all roaring as their flesh is ripped apart.
Cool beans. I'm then going to 5, 10, 15, 20. That's 25.
Brew.
Yeah, I'll get up close and into the mix here. Swing a Morning Star at the Quaggoth to the side.
An 11 is a miss.
Let me try that again.
20 hits. And you sink the Morning Star into the Quaggoth for 5 piercing damage.
We mean you no harm, I say to the priest.
These Quaggoth, they all look quite slimy indeed. You even see slime cascading down the walls here. It just roars and leaps on you, Brew, trying to rip you apart with its claws. And it speaks something to Nuga-gloop as well. Both attacks miss you, Brew. This Quaggoth, it does the same thing. Leaps on you and tries to claw. And you just throw him up against the wall, blocking his attacks. Cass.
I'm in the same boat. I can't tell what's going on, so I'm going to Eldritch Blast the priest twice, actually. I'll Eldritch Blast him.
First beam is a crit. Even for 18 force damage, a loud bang and a crack almost takes him off his feet. And a 20 hits. Follow through with another beam, slamming into him for 6 force damage. And he's sort of a little bit beaten and bruised. A few scales shed off of him. All in all, he's pretty tough.
Okay, then I'll come back over here and I'm watching our backs.
Roland.
Hmm. I'm gonna waste a whole lot of spells here. So I'm going to viciously mock the priest.
Alright, Nuga-gloop makes a wisdom save. And screams at you. Bah!
I don't understand what you're saying.
That was just a growl.
It's hard to tell with these guys. I'll back up a little bit too. It's my turn.
Alright, Nuga-gloop. he changes the spell that he's going to cast. And he starts casting another spell. Any counter spell, Nox?
Yes, counterspell.
Alrighty, you are unsure of what he's trying to cast.
So it would be a standard level, which is the 3rd level.
Alright, he starts sort of whispering something and swirling his hands around. As that happens, this green wind starts to leach out from his hands. Nox, make a charisma check. You latch onto the arcane weave that flows around him and you feel it to be very strong indeed, and it starts to overwhelm you. But you seal the spell back in as you counterspell him. Nuga-gloop screeches a little bit and then he like runs, provoking an attack of opportunity from Brew. Runs to the north.
Okay.
Take a swing at him, but your Morningstar sort of bounces off his rubbery scales. It's a miss. Nuga-gloop ends his turn there. This Quaggoth runs forward and just leaps straight at Dagger. Running on all fours, it jumps into the air. It makes 1 claw attack, catching you for 8 slashing damage. It does a 2nd claw attack. Alright, you reduce the first attack down to 4 points with uncanny dodge. And the 2nd claw hits you as well for 9. The Quaggoth ends there. The last Quaggoth sort of runs by you, Brew, as you're swinging at Nuga-gloop, sort of ducks under your swing and rushes Nox with a dash action. At the start of this round, Cass, you turn around, you see 6 angry Kuo-toa rushing you, dripping with slimy water. Nuga-gloop speaks once more.
You think I would be unprepared? You just waltz in here, find me, and attempt to defeat me. I've only grown stronger in these coming weeks. So has my army.
So tired of this guy.
Dagger.
Okay, I'm going to disengage. And come down here. And attack this one. And miss horribly.
As you're running, Dagger, you swear you saw a drow up there, just on this ledge. So you try to stab it, and you realize it's just a dead bat. No.
Alright, so I'm going to fuck you, Quaggoth.
I wouldn't recommend doing that.
I know, right? It could prove deadly. I will reach on touch somebody. Oh,
10 is
no.
a miss. You sort of grab onto the Quaggoth, but your hands sort of just explode themselves and doesn't do anything to him.
Damn it. Well then, I will. Fuck. Can't even really move without provoking opportunity attacks. Shit. Fuck it. I'll stand right here and hope for the best.
Brew.
Would Brew have heard the approach of the extra Quaggoth?
If you didn't, I'm sure Cass would have said something.
Okay.
Kuo-toa, not Quaggoth.
Bonus action rate. and swing a Reckless Morning Star at the one on the outside.
$21 is a hit. Alright, you smash the Quaggoth over the face with the Morning Star. Knocks his head to the side. Quaggoth sort of just shakes his head around. Starts snarling at you. Blood drips down. Cakes into its green fur.
You're free now, I shout as I swing my Morning Star at him.
19 hits. Alright, you whack him again for 6 points of damage. And he just starts going into a feverish rage. His mouth starts to foam. And he looks quite angry. And it attacks you with its Wounded Fury Bruiser. Has advantage anyway. Does 2 claw attacks. Snarling Fit. First attack hits you for 6 slashing damage. Second attack is a miss. And it just keeps on pouring away relentlessly. Alright, this Kuo-toa runs in. Looks like he's just come out of the river. Water and slime fall off of him. And as he gets to here, he hurls a net over his head towards Cass. Alright, you cast shield and the net just falls on the ground, bouncing to the floor. Kuo-toa moves there and ends his turn. Alright, you see a couple of Kuo-toa whip here. They are carrying their pincer staves and they're going to run forward. This one runs forward and he starts casting a spell. And a shimmering yellow shield surrounds him. And then he casts another spell. Cass, make a dexterity save. That's a failure. I just gotta fix something up here. There we go. Okay. You cast Sacred Flame, and a little flame falls down. I don't know why it's not appearing on this sheet. Anyway, Sacred Flame is it 2d4? I think. What is Sacred Flame? 1d8.
D6s.
D8. Alright. For some reason I whispered it. Alright, you take 3 radiant damage, Cass. The little Sacred Flame falls down and hits you.
Roger that.
For some reason it wasn't going on his sheet. Kuo-toa continue marching in, spears in hands, translucent skin and all that. One just dashes into this space, leaving a trail of slime and water behind him. One dashes in as well, coming in here. The Quaggoth next to you, Dagger, tries to grab you. Make an athletics or an acrobatics check. 19. You slip out of the Quaggoth's grip as he tries to grab you and take you this way towards the crevasse. When he misses, he goes back. Ends his turn there. Right, now the Kuo-toa whip moves forward. And he runs in. And he is going to cast Bane on Cass and Roland. Each of you make a charisma save.
My best save. Watch me fail it.
You guys easily resist the spell. Kuo-toa ends his turn there. Another one runs in, taking the dash action. Gets all the way up to here. cast.
Alright, Roland, I will handle the back here if you want to help them up. And I'm gonna put
Alright.
Darkness. He's a Warlock spell slot.
Alrighty. Darkness goes up. And all goes black. Kuo-toa starts sort of croaking almost in this melody. In confusion. Oh, okay. Next Kuo-toa runs in, and he's just gonna dash into the darkness, get as far as he can. End his turn there. Roland.
Alright, I'm going to step out of the darkness. See here. I am going to start off by Mantle of Inspiration for Nox, Dagger, and Brew. Because I can see them and they can see me.
Thank you.
Any movement from anyone?
I don't think so. From me. From Brew.
No.
I will take the 10 hit points, though.
Yeah, I'll take the 10 hit points, but I'm going to say where I'm at. Since everybody else is saying we're there.
Alright, well, Roland slowly puts the wand of fireballs back in his pocket.
Oh.
Well, you should have mentioned that was the plan.
I didn't want to metagame it too much. We'll go
That's
with.
not metagaming, that's called strategy.
I'm going to. Let's see, how far is it? I'm going to cast. Sorry, this is taking so long. I'm gonna move here. I'm still kind of on the fringe of the darkness there, and I'm gonna cast Bane. First level for those 3 Quaggoth.
Alrighty. And they all fail and get baned. Dark shadow, swirling, negative energy, crowds the Quaggoth's heads. Try to sort of bat it off as they move around, disrupting their attacks.
And I'll move back into darkness. It's a little safer. It's your turn.
Alright, Nuga-gloop is going to cast a spell. Again. He moves up a little bit. Any intervention there, Nox? I guess not. Alright, this he does the same spell as last time. And this green wind starts to swirl out from his hands. And it just starts swirling around the Quaggoth, healing them all. Everything in that area gets healed from mass cure wounds.
Nice roll.
See every Quaggoth fully restored. The one that was in this blood frenzy sort of snaps out of it. He is still injured though. That particular one that's in the frenzy. But even Nuga-gloop's wounds heal up. And the Quaggoth let out an almighty screech. Roar! And Nuga-gloop looks very angrily at Nox and Brew, pointing and yelling at you guys.
How dare they hurt a priest? Kill them! Kill them all! Then we shall speak.
And then he moves back into the tunnel to the northeast. The Quaggoth starts squealing, and one of them just bounds straight up to you, Roland, and attacks you with advantage due to blind sight. Oh, this one doesn't have blind sight. So it's going to be a regular attack. First attack with a Bane.
It's not gonna matter.
16 hits for 5 slashing damage. Second attack.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, the Bane drops and he claws you for 9 points of damage. And he just lumbers into that darkness, slams into you. Fail to maintain concentration. Alright, this Quaggoth tries to grab you, Nox. Make an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Un momento. Let's go with.
And it fails. Dagger.
Okay, I'm going to disengage and come help Nox.
.21 is a hit. And you stab straight into the Quaggoth for 26 points of damage. Right, a brutal wound indeed. The Quaggoth turns around, roars at you. Hisses and splutters. Nox.
There, Nox?
Nox? Hello? Nox.
Be AFK.
Yeah, he must be gone AFK.
Oh, he never said anything. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to say he takes a dodge action if he's not here. We gotta keep it moving along. Brew.
Yeah. I'll swing a Morning Star at the one that I was hitting earlier, saying something like, "Oh, good, get to hit you long." Just a regular attack.
15 hits. 16 points of damage.
And again.
It's a crit. Alright, you bash him for 12 points, and the Quaggoth is even more injured than he was before. He starts to foam at the mouth again.
Ah, we've been here before, my friend.
And he's going to attack you with his Wounded Fury with advantage. He just jumps back on you. He claws you once for 5 slashing damage. Makes a second attack. And he claws you again for 6 slashing damage. Strength of rage behind every claw attack. He feverishly tries to rip you apart. Alright, these Kuo-toa look very confused as they move into this darkness, Cass, and they just start trying to like spear up at you. None of these have shields. They wield their spears in 2 hands, and they attack you at disadvantage. You block the incoming attack. The spear just plucks back in his hand. And the Kuo-toa keeps on like moving through. Alright, this Kuo-toa whip. He is going to take a look here. Guy is going to do. Oh, there his sheet is. He will. He's going to try and grab you, Cass. Long pincer staff, he reaches out at disadvantage. And he just falls short. Way off target. He ends his turn there. Kuo-toa tries to spear up at you as well. The miss. Next one sort of runs forward in the confusion and just hears Roland and tries to bite Roland. 13 is a miss. Oh, 13 hits?
It hits.
As he runs by, he sort of comes across you there, Roland, and you just feel this slippery skin fall on you and sharp teeth pierce into your flesh and sort of push the Kuo-toa off as he stammers through further into the cave. Alright, this Quaggoth is going to try and grab you, Brew. Make an athletics check. You push him back. They're quite strong, however. And then he skirts around a little bit to here. The other Kuo-toa whip, he's going to move in. He's going to try his luck on you as well, Cass. Trying to grab you with his staff. And then he tries to bite you as well. And both attacks miss. This Kuo-toa goes for you, Roland, with a spear attack. It misses. It's him done. Cass.
I'll go ahead and step up to Roland, and I'm going to cure him. With a shitty roll. And then I know you can't see these guys, but they are lined up for a perfect fireball.
Alright.
And you said the walls are slimy, correct?
They are very slimy here. Like cascading down the walls.
Then I will stay on the floor.
It wasn't so bad at the start, but here it's like super slimy now. Everything is encased. It never used to be like this, from what you saw. This Kuo-toa is going to just like try and net you, Roland.
Okay.
And he does. He just puts the net on you. Blah, blah, blah. Ends his turn there. Roland.
I'll kind of look in the general direction of cast. I'll probably like look right past him because I can't actually see him. Well, I know this won't hurt us as much. At least I hope it won't. And I'm gonna pull out the wand of fireballs, and I'm just gonna
Shoot it straight down.
just boom right at my feet.
Wow.
Alright, you point the
Let me go.
wand of fireball at
One
your
make
feet, and then
Hey, we both make the save and take
you let it loose.
take a quarter damage. All right, let me. It's just a 3rd level. Good roll.
That's one way to do it. I like it.
Alright, DC is 15. Kuo-toa might survive, so just do the regular Kuo-toa first. A couple of them, the first one, it'll be a +2 from cover.
I don't know how to change the DC on it to just 15. Like in the thing, I go to put it on.
It doesn't
I
matter.
just go.
We know it's 15.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, one Kuo-toa manages to shield himself in time to not cop the full brunt, but the rest of the Kuo-toa, they are roasted. They are cooked to perfection. Succulent, tender, roasted fish. And the whips, they try to shield themselves with their pincer staffs. And the closer one makes a save, even with shielding himself, he takes 16 fire damage. The one behind him, he really gets erupted for a full 32 points. And he loses concentration on his spell. And then finally, the one Quaggoth, he is hit also for 16 fire damage. Roll and Cass both take 8 points.
Yep.
Oh, you're at disadvantage though, Roland. What did you get? Because you're netted.
Go back up.
I
rolled a 19.
Yeah, you still smashed it. And the net is just incinerated as well. Little burning shards of net flitter to the ground. And yeah, you don't see the destruction, Roland. But for a brief moment, you just see like this very quick streak of light, and basically screams of Kuo-toa. Sound of bodies hitting the ground.
That had to look surreal from the outside.
Yeah.
just the fireball.
You guys just see these little licks of flame just reaching out in tendrils, and bits of fish just flying out everywhere.
I found my people.
It's my turn.
All right, are you with us, Nox? I think he's like, maybe he's fallen asleep.
Yeah.
He has known to fall asleep before.
Yeah, he has done it before.
He might have to get hallisted. Alright, Nuga-gloop is going to run in and cast a spell on Dagger and Brew. Each of you make a wisdom save. You start to feel your muscles tightening. Brew, you make the save. Dagger, you fail. And immediately, you cannot move. You cannot talk. You become paralyzed as he casts Hold Person.
Oh, that's not a good one.
3rd level. Wow. And then he moves back a little bit. Ends his turn there. Alright, this Quaggoth didn't like that, Roland. So he's going to try and claw the hell out of you. He makes 2 attacks.
Yep.
Slashes you for 6 damage. Ah! And he slashes you for another 4 damage. Alright. I don't think Nox is here, so I'm just gonna say like he gets taken for front.
I'm right here.
Oh, you are here? Okay.
Did you fall asleep?
No, I had to get up and go to the bathroom.
Oh. We weren't sure where you were. Alright, I just had you take the dodge action. Maybe if you just gotta go, just say like BRB or something so we know.
Yep, sorry.
Alright, this Quaggoth is going to attack you, Dagger. He sort of just has this smile and this leer, and he comes like breathing down your neck, and you can't move. And he just like puts one claw on you, and then almost as if he's like dragging his claws down the chalkboard, he starts dragging his claws down you. And it's going to be an automatic crit. So he rips into you for 8 slashing damage with the first attack. And he puts the other claw on you. And he rips the other claw down you for 12 slashing damage as you look on in horror, helplessly.
Can I still use the uncanny dodge?
No. I don't think so. Not if you're paralyzed.
Okay.
Alright, Dagger, you get to repeat the wisdom save to try and break the spell.
No.
You just remain there in pain. Nox.
Alright, I'm gonna try and reach out and touch this dude. Shocking.
24 hits. And you grab onto the Quaggoth and it's like thrown to the ground, sort of does a roll and sort of almost lands on Dagger. He turns around, looks at you. His eyes start to go red and foam starts to come out of his mouth.
Yeah, I'll stay here, and I'm going to actually throw up a fuck. No, I will. Shit. No, I'm going to end my turn there.
Brr.
A reckless attack with a morning star at the one that's really.
22 is a hit. And you put that Quackoth out of his misery. He sinks straight to the ground.
Then I will move over here and continue recklessly swinging at this one.
Alright, the Quaggoth tries to scratch at you. He misses as you run towards the other one, and you bring the Morning Star up, and 25 hits. Hit him up into the air, sort of like an uppercut, and the Quaggoth falls back, hits the trunk of this dead tree, and his body falls onto the ground in a broken mess.
And then with the remaining 20, right there.
Right, this Kuo-toa is going to try and throw a net on you, Cass. He just gets tangled up with it.
Nice.
Starts trying to undo a knot. The other Kuo-toa speaks to him in Undercommon.
Now is not the time to undo the knot, you fool!
And he runs here and tries to pincer at Roland.
What is making that fire? It's over here, I hear it.
And sort of falls forward, in the mess, tangled bodies and legs, and the pincer staff snaps together a couple of inches away from your face, Roland, and as that happens, sort of smells Cass there and tries to take a bite at Cass. And a 7 is a miss. Easily just anticipate the attack and move to the side. This Quaggoth is gonna keep on doing what he was doing, but he's finding Brew to be a bit strong. So he's gonna try and grab Nox instead. Nox, make an athletics or an acrobatics check. He tries to grab you and take you down into this crevasse, throw you off the edge.
Oh.
It's a miss. You can see him because he's trying to grab, and then as he misses, he's already half moved towards the crevasse, but then when you slip out of his grip, he tries to grab you again and just throw you in that direction. That's his turn done. This Kuo-toa whip is going to try and grab Cass. 14 is a miss, and he's going to try and bite Cass. It's a miss. Oh, there's one there.
Dead one.
This guy's still alive. Oh, why did it not make it save? I didn't make him a save. Let me see. He was hiding under there.
He was hidden underneath another one.
Right, he's dead. He never existed. Cass.
I'm gonna try and move over here in hopes I can block these guys from getting through. And I'm gonna booming blade on the guy just north of me.
That's a hit with an 18. You stick the shadow glaive into the Quaggoth hunched back, and you hear this little reverberation of thunder, and then it just sort of snaps into him as you drive the glaive out. The Quaggoth coughs.
You'll want to go running past me, Roland.
More than likely.
Rolling.
Alright. Kind of running blind.
You run out, and Dagger's there, just frozen in this awkward pose, not moving.
Ah. I can assume that one there has done something, and I'm gonna tell a bad joke.
Alright. Nuga-gloop will make a wisdom save. And he finds it hilarious. He kills over laughing. Drops the spell immediately on Dagger. Falls to the ground prone. Becomes incapacitated.
Thank you, Roland.
No problem. And I'm not gonna do anything with my bonus action. Full movement. That's my turn.
He keeps on chuckling away. Rolling around on the ground. Alright, the Quaggoth that you stabbed, Cass, he's gonna reach up, get up on his hind legs, and slash with everything he's got. At disadvantage. First attack is a miss. Second attack bounces off your shield. You can hear his knuckles crack as his claw hits your shield. He shakes his hand around. And is just like going absolutely crazy in just a murderous frenzy. Dagger.
Okay, I'll step up to here.
$19 is a hit. And you drive the rapier into the Quaggle's back for 26 damage. Very badly hurt. Nox.
Alright, I'm going to reach out and shocking grasp the Quaggoth right in front of me, or to the south of me.
I think you do.
Ooh.
Alright, you just grab him, Nox, and like this lightning sort of just snaps onto him from your hands, and you sort of just pick him up above your head and just launch him. And it just like sends him flying up into the corner of the roof with an explosion.
I softened him up very nicely.
You did, indeed. And I'm going to actually run up on the Kuo-toa so that I'm there.
Brew.
Yeah, I think Brew might have just had an idea from observing that last Kuo-toa. Using a free action to sheath his mace or hang his mace. He'll use 10 to run up.
It scares me you have an idea.
Yeah, it's once a week. Or maybe once per long rest. I'm going to start using a counter. He will smash a prone guy here with a shield.
Yep.
You do.
You just shove the shield like into his mouth. Oh, you've got the Divine Fury doubled. Alright, that's 18 points of damage. And I'll make him a wisdom save at advantage. See if he's still finding that funny.
Oh, sorry, there's another 3 on that Divine Fury.
It's not very funny to him right now.
Alright, he sort of stops laughing. And starts screaming at you.
Right, I'll bonus action attempt to grab.
He tries to kick you back and you grab his leg.
Okay, and I think I have 30 feet of movement left, so with him, I'll use 15 feet to drag down towards the cliff. And Brew's going to be saying, we really have no reason to fight. I mean, we could be friends. We don't have to fight. Alternatively, got this idea about the cliff over here.
In undercommon, he's like yelling, Wait! This is a mistake! I can help you!
Awesome that I don't speak a single word of that.
To you just hear like,
Okay, if you're gonna be like that.
Dagger, how do you react?
I'm not saying a thing.
Dagger's just hands in her pocket whistling. Alright, this Kuo-toa runs away.
As he should.
Dagger has a very strong opinion on people who try to kill her. They deserve to die.
The Kuo-toa whip. Just gotta remove this darkness for a second. Alright, he's gonna sort of get up to here and bump into you, Cass. And then he tries to get past you. I imagine that you block him.
Doing my best to block him, yeah.
Alright, he's gonna try and like grab you and move you out of the way. Claw game style. But he misses. Just like the claw game, he misses. And he tries to bite you out of the way. And he bites your shield. And the other Kuo-toa does the same thing. You see them desperately running to Nuga-gloop. As Nuga-gloop cries. This one is just going to try and grab you, like, manually, Cass, because his staff has not been working against you. Make an athletics or an acrobatics check. He falls onto you. He grabs onto your arm, and then he sort of thrusts you forward 10 feet, and then he holds on to you for now. Ends his turn there. Cass.
I will go ahead and I'm gonna booming blade him anyway.
14 hits. Right, 12 points of damage. You wrestle with him, and the blade of the glaive sinks into him, and thunderous energy sheaths him. Roland.
I think I'm going to cast I'm gonna cast a 3rd level Cure Wounds on myself. I'm kind of hurting pretty bad here, and I only have a few of the lower spell slots left, so save them. Myself 20 hit points. Then I'll continue to kind of like move away from like the darkness. No bonus action.
Alright, Nuga-gloop, he continues screeching in Undercommon.
How dare you handle me like this? I am the mighty Nuga-gloop! I must fulfill my claim to my god! How dare you? You will all be smitten! Ah!
And he starts to cast a spell, and
he's trying to smite you.
just only leave out any incriminating parts of that plea there, Dagger. And
Exactly.
he starts to cast a spell, and when that happens, this aura starts to come out from him. You see these they look like some sort of crocodiles made from negative energy. They start to swarm him.
Spirit Guardians. Damn it.
And they come
I
out
can't believe I did
looking very, very evil as he casts Spirit Guardians at 4th level.
Damn.
A necrotic shroud of Spirit Guardians surrounds him.
No way.
Everyone within 15 feet starts to get assaulted by them as they whiz around. You don't make the save until the start of your turn though, but all that area is also difficult terrain, and it's anyone within 15 feet of him.
I am just outside.
I'm not.
Alright, this Quaggoth, he runs at you, Cass, and he's thrown forward as that booming blade explodes.
That would have worn off of him.
Oh, did it? Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright, he is, like, so crazy that he just, like, claws everything in his path, including this Kuo-toa. Makes one attack at him, and misses, and one attack at Cass. And both attacks miss. You're able to dodge that. Dagger.
Okay, I'm going. Wait a minute, he's prone, isn't he?
He is prone.
That means I'm at disadvantage to attack with a crossbow.
Yeah, yep. Unless you're getting within 5 feet of him.
I'm not going into the spectral.
You understand me? Tell him! Unhand me!
I mean, I know he stinks, but I do like him better than you. I'm going to take my chances with my crossbow.
We're on the same side! And 16 hits him. You won't be able to get sneak attack, unfortunately, because you're at disadvantage. But you still do hit him for 7 piercing damage. And
Yes.
you knocked the concentration out of him,
Thank God.
more importantly. And he just swears at you all. You will all burn for this!
He's starting
More
to
than
burn us.
I am a god!
I'll burn for.
He has
more things
delusions
than
of
this.
godhood.
Nox. Hey there, Nox.
Yep. I'm here. I'm going to fuck this guy's day up. I'm gonna run up on him. Can't stand there. And reach down and shock his face.
Alright, you've been wreaking havoc with that cantrip. 27 is a hit and shock him for 15 lightning damage and knock his reaction out of him. Scales melt off of his flesh. Looking pretty hurt.
Alright. And I will step 2 back.
Brew.
Hey, nice shot, Dagger. Brew will say as he's dragging this guy towards the cliff. Anybody know what he's saying?
No, don't you do that!
I've been translating selectively. I don't say that, but
Oh, my slump will see this! You will curse you all!
What do you say?
I don't know. I think he was asking you to throw him in the pit.
Okay, much obliged. And I'll use my action to attempt to throw him off the edge.
Alright, you just move him there and you just drop him.
Just let go.
Doesn't cost you anything to drop him. And he just
Delara blesses you.
you look down
Have a
through
good
it's
trip.
very dark down there. And he hits the ground pretty quickly. You hear a loud crack. And sounds like he's still alive down there.
Okay, see you later. See? No harm done. Darn, I didn't think he'd survive.
Help me!
Should we put him out of his misery?
I mean, I have died!
Well,
Alright, this Kuo-toa whip looks at the other whip.
Did you see what they just did to Nuga-gloop? Fuck that! I'm out! Ah!
He runs away, taking the dash action. This Kuo-toa whip, though, he doesn't do the same thing. He just yells,
Coward! We must defend our priest for blowing a slump!
and he runs, provokes from Cass. The booming blade goes off, runs this way, provokes from Nox, and he runs all the way for the crevasse. He's sort of blown forward from the booming blade. Nox, you slash him for 7 damage as he runs by you. And you want to he also let go of you, Cass. Did you want to opportunity attack him as well, Cass?
No.
Alright, you let him run by then after he lets go of you. and he just yells, Nuga-gloop! Nuga-gloop! It's his turn there. Cass.
I will booming blade this guy here.
And you just poke the glaive into him, and then he just explodes. Kragoth arms and legs go flying up onto these small ledges.
This group has a thing for explosions, like seriously.
I'm gonna break initiative now because this guy is like they're not fighting anymore. These Kuo-toa, they surrender.
I love how
They
there's
stay in their crevasse.
The globe of darkness with just these explosions going off in it.
Sounds like a party in there.
Well, we have to kill the priest.
Alright, suddenly you guys hear a voice coming from the crevasse, and everyone can understand it.
Please, spare us. Do not kill us. This is a mistake.
You're going to have to say some words to persuade us there, friend.
The Aboleth did this. He has taken all of my tribe, turned them into our slaves of his. He defiled the shrine to Bulbaslop. He has spread his evil through this entire level. Would this be a punishment for me not completing my idol to Bulbaslop? I am not sure. But if I have a chance for redemption, hear my pleas, Bulbaslop. Give me a chance to prove my faith to you.
Well, to be honest, you're not talking to your god at the moment, you're talking to us. What can you do to help us?
If you allow me, I have magic that can help you. I can help you fight. You've come here because you are slaves. Just like us. Don't you remember? Don't you remember what you did?
No,
To be honest, I've never met you before.
We have met.
I don't remember it then.
You came to our camp. You killed them. The old, the sick, and the children. You slaughtered them all.
Ah.
With no mercy. Nuga-gloop asked you to please spare the children. But you would not listen to any reason. You murdered them. But now I understand that you were being controlled like we were. Do you not see who our true enemy is?
Oh, do not worry. We will take care of the slimy green fishman soon enough. The would-be god pretender.
I must get back to my tribe to see what remains of it. The last thing I remember is greeting you as you came into my camp And then the slaughter. And then nothing. Please, you must believe me. I have expended magic so we can communicate. I can help you.
Yeah, I'm not down with killing a harmless creature anyway.
Please. If not for me, do it for Blubber Slop.
Well,
I don't know who
Yeah, so-
Bubba is.
I'd rather do it for you than this Bulbaslop fellow.
Will you help me up?
I don't see the harm in actually listening to him, at least. I mean, honestly.
You-
He's so hurt that if we needed to kill him, then it would take next to nothing to do so.
Yeah, you better not.
We lose nothing by doing
I
this.
still have my weapons.
Bulbaslop
Yeah, I'll throw
will
down.
forgive your crimes against me and the injuries you have caused me. He is a god of discretion.
Well, fair enough. Well fought. Good
Yeah, we'll
fight.
throw a rope.
And I'll throw.
Rope
Brew
down.
will throw down a rope. Oh, okay.
Alright,
I think it'd be better for you to do it.
you'll help him up.
A little stronger.
And he sort of just clambers onto the ground here.
Thank you for sparing me, please. I must learn what has happened to the refuge. It is not safe here.
I actually think I remember seeing this guy before we decided to go to the Aboleth.
We may have saw him from across the
Across the way.
which did not approach him at the time.
The six of you shall be hailed and serenaded. But please tell your friend there's no need for him to hide anymore. I can sense his presence.
Oh, that's just our friend. He likes to hide.
Oh,
Says the rogue.
and the darkness, what is that? I can sense another force, another life force within it, but I cannot see. Is that
It's
also
his
your
safety
friend?
blanket. Yes, it's his safety blanket. Take no concern of it.
Very well. Your other friend. He was not fighting with you? Why did he not
What other
speak? The one that's standing right there.
Oh,
Oh, if you're there, come out. Oh, it's the slide, son of a bitch.
That's where we're in today's session.
You followed us, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's not
Yep.
good.
He has been following you guys invisibly.
Well,
Who on
we, at
that?
least we can possibly take care of him without the possibility of also killing Jibber Jabber. So, and we
Sure.
know
If he
a little
didn't
more about him.
already kill Jibber Jabber.
Dagger,
He
he
might
only,
not.
he only speaks Slad. Can you speak Slad, Dagger?
No, I don't speak Slat. I speak a lot of
You've got a high
languages,
deception
but
check though. You can pretend you speak Slad.
I could pretend I speak
She
Slat.
can discern the mannerisms by the speech pattern and the body language. She's speaking it.
I'm speaking Slat.
We can always try to knock him out too. He did seem to be acting against his will from what he was saying to us.
Yeah. So
More allies.
Scamp will ride in on rations next week and put a moonbeam on them, and it'll be done.
True. Exactly how that will happen. All right, guys. Have a good night.
You too.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Ed.
See y'all next week.
Did I give you guys? I didn't give you guys experience for that encounter just then, right?
Oh, cool.
No.
You did not.
No.
All right. Well, I'll add that up now. Give it to you guys. We have quite a few creatures there.
Yeah, the one round went a long time. Reminiscent of the Drow battle.
Yeah, it didn't.
Back third.
It's 900 experience.
Damn. Not a bad chunk.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you all very much, and
Thank you.
see you guys next week. Take care.
See ya.